Good morning, you guys. Welcome to Algae Ranch. My name is Charlotte, and today we're going to harvest some things from the garden. First, we're going to let Tucky out. There you go, dude. Watch out, Zeus. Hi, Tucky. Come here. He knows what that is. It's raining. I put whipped cream in my coffee every morning. It is so good. But I also, let me see if I can turn this way so the wind isn't terrible. I also make it every morning because, well, one, it tastes a lot better that way, I think. And two, it's way cheaper to do it that way. So if you like to use whipped cream a lot, I highly recommend. I literally just use heavy whipping cream and maple syrup. And that's it. It's really so easy. Then you just put it in a little mixer and it just does its thing. So anyways, today, if the wind is not terrible, I am going to harvest some of the stuff out of our garden that we have left, and figured I would take you guys along with me while I do that. So we have a little bit of herbs and then some carrots, which I'm not sure how the carrots are going to turn out, which is the main reason why I wanted to bring you guys with me, because it'll be a little surprise for all of us. So that is what we're going to do. I am a little bit late on harvesting this stuff, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. Like, for example, let me just show you what we're working with here for a second. So these are the basil and tomatoes. They're in the back. Both of these are pretty much done. I harvested the basil earlier, but just left some, and then I'll collect those seeds. So, I mean, the basil isn't going to be very good anymore, but that is what the seeds look like. Tomatoes, I got a lot off of this actually, and I'm going to make some pasta sauce with it. So they look terrible now, but we did get some tomatoes out of there. Here is the bed with the herbs that I was talking about. And then here are the carrots, which this one literally went to flowering. So I should have just picked that one up way earlier, but I just didn't. And then back behind that is lettuce, which I literally just have that so it could go to seed. So I'll collect those too, and we'll get all the stuff out of the beds. For the herbs, so yesterday I came out here and there's Zeus. Oh, that's Tai. Zeus is right there, exploring. And the parsley definitely looked like it was like needed to be harvested, so I just went ahead and harvested a decent amount of that. It has some, I think it's called blight on there, so I was like, that doesn't look amazing. So I went ahead and pulled that out, but there is still a decent amount left. I'm not sure how great it's going to be. I'll show you guys in a second, and you can let me know if it's worth harvesting or not. I'm not going to do it today, but I'll harvest some of this oregano and carrots. Also, one reason why I want to harvest today that kind of made me like, okay, I just need to go ahead and do this, is this fencing. Whenever I cleaned out the garden recently, the fencing I made a lot smaller than it was. I just kind of rearranged it, but where I was trying to put these right here, the ground is like so rocky right there, so I could not get it in all the way, which is why there's that black post right there. I was kind of hoping that that would hold it all together. But I came out here yesterday and it fell on the ground, so really the stuff that does still look good, I just don't want the chickens to come in here if that falls again and eat that stuff. So I'm going to get the oregano out of here and the carrots, and then everything else I'm not going to be super heartbroken if they do try to get Unless they try to get the sage, I'm not sure if that's something that chickens would really go for, but the sage looks pretty good. I don't know if you saw that. Let me show you. So that is sage. I was planning on just leaving that through the winter and everything, so let me know if that's not a good idea. Same with this lavender. The lavender is just not very big, so I'm not sure if that will survive winter. If not, I'll just come back out here and put that in a pot, which I would be totally fine with because then I could have it inside. And that's the parsley right there that I was talking about, so there's still a lot on there, but like the leaves just don't look very good on what I have left. This is chamomile, which just stopped right there. Not sure what happened there. And then this is the oregano, which did pretty well. So I'm going to leave some of it through the winter and hopefully it'll come back some next year. But I do want to make sure I get some oregano so I can start using it. And then this right here was catnip, which I harvested a ton of that. So this is what the boys do every morning. And if I don't let them just come out here and run around, then I pay for it for the rest of the day because I have a full-time job and I'm inside most of the day, and they're inside with me because I work from home. But if I don't let them just get some energy out, then they go crazy like that for the rest of the day. Inside. So sorry in advance if you can hear them going crazy back there. Alright, so these are the carrots. Taking out the first carrot. Oh, okay, so I think something actually might have got to this one. This is what it looks like. So I don't know if that just grew weird or if something started to eat it, which is, I don't know, definitely a possibility, but, oh yeah, There's roly-polies in there. So that looks weird. That's gonna be one for the chickens. Hopefully they're not all like that. Okay, this one's not like that. That one looks pretty good, I think. So that's exciting. We don't eat like a ton of carrots anyways, so I'll just save these and put them in stews and stuff because we will eat that. This one right here, the top of it looks absolutely massive, so we'll see how. What? This just looks strange, honestly. I was not expecting it to look like that. Why is it not like an actual shape of a carrot? Okay, well there's two. I also don't know, I'll have to do some research unless you guys know why it's so dark up there at the top. That's why for the longest time I didn't know if they were like ready to harvest in the first place. What the heck? What is that? Is this normal? It literally looks like a character from like a weird movie or something. I don't know. Okay, well, we got two somewhat normal ones. What in the world? Why do they have like roots like this? Why is it not just one carrot? That's so weird. So, for some context, I guess, this is my first garden ever. If you're new here, we have been on this property for less than a year, and we are first generation cattle ranch, first generation like everything. We have a homestead up here where we're trying to grow as much food as possible. That's our goal. So this is our first garden ever, and we just started with a few things here and there just to kind of learn and get the hang of it. That is why I'm treating this one more as like an experiment and learning what I like to grow, what is fun to grow, and how to grow everything, because there's just a lot that we need to learn when it comes to growing our food and being more self-sufficient. So that is our goal long term, and that's what we're working towards. But that being said, we're definitely not going to be perfect at it right away. We know that, and it's just been so much fun to do this kind of stuff and learn as we go and take you guys along with us. Okay, this is what I would have expected them to look like. So we got a good one, and this one's just orange all the way through. So the carrots were one of those that I just kind of decided to do more last minute and didn't do a ton of research on too. So that's also why I was not really sure what to expect when it came to these. This is the one that is flowered up there at the top, which I'd be surprised if it tastes very good. Okay, that plant was massive, and the carrot looks like this. I've seen some people have like absolutely massive carrots. That's just not what we got this time. So we got some that are doing pretty good. Alright, last one, which this one has a worm right there, so, oh, there's two. Two more carrots. This one is just so weird to me, but I am pretty happy with that. I mean, I'd say that that's pretty good for the first time. They're a little bit weirdly shaped and stuff, but like I said, I did kind of leave them in here a little bit too long. If you guys know of anything that we could do with like this stuff up here, let me know, because it honestly smells so good. So there's my first carrot harvest ever, which is super exciting. So I'm gonna bring these in, rinse them off and everything, and I don't think I'll bring this huge flowered one in there, but I'll probably trim that one down. We got some carrots. Woo! That's awesome. Okay. Now moving on to the oregano. The oregano will obviously be a little bit less of a surprise when it comes to the harvest because it's not underneath the ground. But I really want to harvest that and start drying it out. So inside I have catnip drying, parsley, and basil, which I saw some mixed reviews on drying basil, but I wasn't really sure another way to preserve it. So we don't use it like so frequently that I needed a ton of fresh basil like right now. So that just seemed like the best thing to do for that. Just trying to find the boys back there. Which, look at all of these leaves on the ground. I cannot believe how quickly it went from like hot summer days to fall. Like so fast, it's crazy. But honestly, normally I'm like, no, fall means winter. But with animals out here, it's just so different because I'm like, man, I just want it to cool down for the cows especially out there because I know it's just so hot with their black fur and everything. So I'm just excited for it to cool down a little bit. Alright, this part should go honestly pretty quick, so we're just gonna get some oregano out of here, which one of my friends told me that chickens really like oregano, so I also didn't want them to come in here and start eating all of this when I just need to harvest it. So I'll leave them some if they do get in here. It's not the end of the world because Jay and I decided that we're actually going to be moving this garden anyways because right now it's like overcast, so you can't really tell, but there's a tree right by here that just shades a lot of this area, so it doesn't get like a whole lot of sun, and we just think that it would have done a lot better if there was sun across the whole thing, because like even the tomatoes, we got some, which I'm really excited about, but I really think we could have got a lot more if there was a lot of sun over there. So all that being said, just to say that we're going to replant most of this stuff anyways. So it's not like the end of the world if they come in here and eat the oregano where it doesn't grow back next year, because we're going to grow it again next year anyways. So, which oregano is just a herb that we use a lot. I say we. Jay doesn't even know that I actually use it, but I use it a lot in taco seasoning and our pasta sauce. So I definitely wanted to have this one on hand, and it looks like we got plenty. I don't know, I'm curious to see how that will look all dried up and crushed and everything in a jar. So I think that might be all that I do with that. So that's what I wanted to do this morning, just harvest those carrots and harvest this. I'm going to tie this up and dry it out, just leave it. I put all of this stuff in our laundry room because it's a little darker in there. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully the wind wasn't terrible today, but it is kind of just wet and rainy out here, which is amazing because it's been so dry recently, and then last night we finally got some rain, which is amazing. Look at all that. Looks so good. I just dropped some. I'm gonna go get a little strainer to put these in. Now bring them in. Get them ready. That looks so good. Oregano was one of those where I had never seen it on a plant. I've really only seen it at like a grocery store or something in a jar dried up. So I was not really sure what that would actually look like. So that was a fun little, yeah, that's how I get in here every time. That was a fun little experiment, which, like I said, everything in the garden this year has been an experiment, and it's been so much fun to just like watch everything grow, literally. We got that in there. Now I am going to break this flowered part off. Here we go. Right, here's the big guy. Oh my goodness. I did not think that would be that difficult to get that off of there. Okay. There we go. Get this weird looking one in there. Look at these. That's so cool. This one I'm not really, is that even worth keeping? Let me know, because otherwise I will just throw it out. That doesn't look very good. That's just soil. It's not like bugs or anything. But still, it doesn't look right. And last one. There's our little harvest for the day, which I have been really meaning to do that for a while. But there we go. That's so cool. Alright, well, that's all we got for today. Our little harvest. So cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.